Hello everyone. Today we'll be making crepes, a very simple recipe of which I learned from my French teacher back in high school. So, making crepes is a very simple recipe and you make a very basic batter out of it. The first ingredients you'll be working with is going to be 2 cups of flour. Any type of flour should do the job just fine. Next up, two eggs. No need to worry, my hands have already been thoroughly washed. Yeah. That was actually just for the eggs. Next up, 2 cups of milk. 2 cups of milk. This is actually a sort of an improvised kind of recipe because you are going to be doing a lot of this by ear. So you've got, let's see, you got the eggs, flour, and milk. You're going to add about 2 tablespoons of oil, half teaspoon of about sugar or salt or both. Not too much because it's really just for a little bit of seasoning for the batter. I'm using a little bit more sugar than salt because these are going to be dessert crepes. Once all the ingredients are in the bowl, whisk until you've got a nice, consistent solution. Now, the recipe calls for, according to what my French teacher taught me, 2 to 3 cups of flour and 1/2 to 2/3 of a cup of milk. Quart of milk. 2/3 of a quart of milk is about 2 2/3 cups. So, if anything, really, like I said, this is sort of a recipe you improvise a lot. And what she told me is that basically you're going to be looking for a consistency thicker than water, but thinner than pancake batter. And that's really, what's the word? That's a very broad range right there. So, if anything, make it just a little bit thinner than pancake batter, if anything at all. As you can see, it's coming off of my whisk pretty smoothly. That's the kind of thing you're going to be looking for. If anything, while you're working with your batter, you can always add more flour or more milk to compensate for whatever you think you might need to. Now this batter is a very basic batter, as I said, and in my opinion you can refrigerate it for next day consumption if you need to, although it's a lot better if you make the batter fresh, mainly because of the consistency of the eggs. If you do decide to put this in the fridge for the next day, you will notice there is a little bit of separation. Just a couple stirs with the whisk ought to do the job for you. So as you can see, this is kind of the consistency we're looking for right here. And this was going with the lower numbers for the recipe. That's 2 cups of flour, 2 cups of milk, and the same for 2 eggs, 2 tablespoons oil, and ½ teaspoon of the sugar and salt mixed together. Now, when it comes to the crepe pan, I'm using an electric crepe pan. Basically, you plug this in, orange light turns on. When it's on, you dip it into the batter by flipping it over and let it cook. In this situation, I use a pie plate to have a good dipping surface, and I recommend you have one of them ready when you decide to cook.